Hey everyone, thanks for stopping by my channel today. My name's Tammy and I own Walnut Creek Bath Boutique. Today's video is a black raspberry and vanilla soap. I love this scent so much. I get this one from Midwest Fragrance, but there are many suppliers that sell this fragrance. I am using, my Busy Bee. This bad boy is from Winston & Walter. I love the mold. It is the largest mold that I have. So at the same time that I'm going to be making black raspberry and vanilla, I really want to run a test on Winter Wonderland from the Flaming Candle. I think this scent is so great. It's just very wintry and kind of fruity. I really like it. It's soap safe, but the website does not have soap notes on it, and none of the reviews, I think, had any soap reviews. I want to possibly bring this out into my January Soap of the Month Club. So I want to test it to see how it behaves, since I have no idea. I made my batch for my black raspberry and vanilla 14 ounces larger oil weight. I did my measurements with clay and sodium lactate, and I did all of that so I could just do this all in one go. So I need to pull 14.86 ounces off of my oils for my test, and then that will even everything out. I hope my math is right, because I'm not very good at math. I don't like it at all. It's hard to believe I used to love algebra. I loved algebra. And then every other math I hated. And I don't remember a thing about algebra, so there we go. Let me go get everything ready. I don't even know my design plan yet, so give me just a second. So I wanted this to be really colorful, and then I decided that I'm not gonna have any white in the soap. I have a yellow, so I'm gonna use sunflower yellow mica, and I added like 1 teaspoon of this with a 1/4 teaspoon of neon. And I decided I'm gonna do a little bit of neon with all my colors. So I have a little bit of Racing Stripe, which is completely the wrong orange, but hopefully with the neon, that will brighten that up nicely. Look at that. That looks lovely. That is Raspberry Red from Nurture with a little bit of pink neon. I have a little bit of Fantasia Purple with some purple neon. I have a Making Waves Blue with a little bit of neon. And I have a little bit of Caribbean Kiss with a little green neon in there. I'm going to just portion them out evenly in all my colors. I was just shy of one of these jugs, so I had to use a bigger jug for my green. But I'm evenly going to separate them out. I'll be back when everything's ready. My lye water, this is my aloe vera juice. I'm not using goat milk today, I'm using aloe vera juice instead. My kaolin clay. I'm going to go ahead and get that in there. In with my lye water, I do have my sugar, my citric acid, and my sodium lactate. Sugar for added bubbles. Citric acid to help with the hard water, which also help with bubbles. I'm going to go ahead and get my aloe vera in here, just so I don't forget it. So first, oh shoot, hang on. Oh guys, my timer's going off, my stick blender fell in. Let me clean this off real quick. Before I do anything, I do need to weigh off what I need for my test batch. Oh, I mismeasured this. Hang on, 5. I counted grams when some of my measurements were in ounces, so. All right. I think I'm ready, guys. That was a little nerve-wracking because I really didn't want to mess that up. Somebody commented on one of my videos about how quiet this stick blender is. It is amazing. It is a Vitamix, kind of pricey, and I love it. It is so quiet. The only thing I don't like about it are the 4 prongs. It makes it hard to get your spatula in there and kind of clean it out. I'm not going to be super exact. I am going to just measure a quick 25 ounces in each one of these and see where that leaves me, and then I'll just kind of top them off from there. You know what? I mismeasured. I'm thinking there's a lot of soap back there, but I measured oil and not batch. Ugh, Tammy. So I'm going to have to put more than 25 in here for sure. Oh, I'm way off, guys. I need 40 ounces in each color, not 25. I just about got there. Got almost all of it gone. So I'm just going to do the best I can and top off these and still leave a little room for the fragrance. And then I'll just put the rest in with the green. And very carefully add my fragrance oil. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Micas and More. I talk about them a lot just because I use the Micas a lot in some of her fragrances, but mostly her Micas. But these little spatulas, if you ever order from Micas and More, while you're at it, pick up a handful of these spatulas. I love them. They're just firm enough to do a good job. Not so much a fan of a slow-moving fragrance oil when I want to pipe. Let's see if I can do this without saving back too much piping. We have a nice little trace on here now. The orange is not so much, but I'm just gonna go for it. I just did a hanger swirl. I think I may have maybe muddied it. I'm a little nervous about that. Hopefully not. Let's see, Winter Wonderland. Let's color part of it. You know what I think would be pretty is just a really like almost ice blue. I think the closest I have to ice blue is this Blue Sparks. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my lye water in here. This itty bitty little batch. It's so cute. Oh, it's having a reaction with the lye, I think. Get it out of there. That was weird. I've done that before, you know, just use my lye container. I think I have. You know what this reminds me of is the pomegranate peppercorn pomander. That's what this reminds me of quite a lot. It's thickening it up. Look at that. Nothing crazy though. Let me get it in there though. I'm gonna start with this. So it's definitely thick. So definitely it sped up trace. I'm just going to smash it. But I would call that a moderate acceleration. And that was kind of weird what happened with the fragrance oil and with the lye water, so maybe that had something to do with that. I think I've done that before where I just used my lye water container, but maybe that's what caused this. So maybe this is skewed. If you know if that does, let me know. Regardless, I feel quite comfortable using this. Let's see what happens when I get it cut. All right, guys, it's not 100% ready. It's probably not ready at all. It's staying up on the side to an extent. I just say it's after 9 o'clock. I don't do well when it becomes this late because I am such an early to bed, early to rise kind of girl. I really need to not be working this late. So I have a couple of closed star tips here. I don't have a huge selection of tips really. These are the only 3 of this size that I have. And then I have a couple small ones. And I have a grass. And I have this on a coupler. So I have a leaf tip and I can use the green for grass. That's kind of where I'm going with that. So let me get these filled and I'll be right back. It is, ooh, look at that. I jostled it and there's a wave on there now. It is almost 9:30. Hopefully this is gonna be ready. So I have my grass tip on here. I have quite a bit more green than other colors. And so I'm just gonna do like a bed of grass. I wouldn't call that good for now. And then I'm going to use my bigger tips first. So I have my blue on my open star tip. Let's just see what happens here. And then my pink is a closed star tip. It's a little bit looser. All right. My purple is the other closed star tip, but I do want these to look different, so I think I'm just going to dollop the purples. It's kind of too loose as well. All right, and then I've got a small open star tip with the yellow. And then I save too much for the top, guys. Every time. Another, it's not really open, but it's not really closed. I'm not sure what this orange is, but I like it. I like the look of it a lot. Oh, my fruit! I made fruit for this. Oh, guys, I don't know about that. For one thing, I think it's too busy. I'm gonna not do the fruit. I'll use the fruit in a different soap. I'm gonna tap that down just a tiny, tiny bit. Just a little bit. Hopefully I won't be hitting any peaks. All right, we're gonna cut it in a couple days. Let's see what this little tester looks like. All right, it got thick and I have lots of air pockets and it looks like some spots. So I'm not sure that this will work for what I want it to, or maybe I just didn't get it mixed up well enough. Oh, look at that. That. Oh, guys, I didn't cut it. I didn't mark it. Which way's which? Oh, I didn't do it. Will I never learn? All right. So I'm thinking this is my 10 and a half. Yeah, so that's 10 and a half. So the logs are going this way. So I'm going to cut it that way. I hope that's right. Ooh, look at that, guys. That's going to be pretty. Uh-oh. I cut it wrong. I did. I cut it wrong. How do I do this every single time? Gosh darn it. Oh, my thing fell. Oh, heavens. I moved it and my thing fell. I know better than to move it. All right. Well, I'm going to have to make plans for this. Let's see if this is right. No. Dang it. Let's see, what am I going to do? Gosh darn it. Every single time. I am going to cut these a little bit thicker. These are my regular size bars. I'm going to cut these like 1.25 inches. I kind of like that shape, guys. Yep, see? My lines are going the wrong way. I'm not getting the pretty swirls that I would have gotten if I would have cut it the right way. They're still neat. It's still quite a neat look to it, but my swirls are supposed to look like that. Dang it, every single time. And on the thicker bar, the top looks, I mean, you can see more of the top. So I have 16 bars there. What am I going to do with this one? I'm going to go ahead and cut this at 1.25 inches too for samples. It's an odd sample, but it's what I got, guys. I kind of like this size sample better. Let me weigh it. Yeah, these are almost 3 ounces. That's way too big for a sample, so I am going to cut these in half. That looks really kind of cool, doesn't it? Not exactly what I was going for. Well, dang it, guys. So I got 34 full-size bars out of this mold because I messed up. And a jack ton of samples because I messed up. Oh, guys, I lost a lot of money right there. All right. I'm going to get them all cleaned up. I do think they're really cool looking. I'm kind of disappointed. Look at those swirls. That would have been really neat on the inside. But I will say that it's unique. If nothing else, it's unique, right? But I'm sad about my swirls on inside. That's my own fault. Dang it. I thought I had it right. I'm gonna have to figure it out. All right, let's talk about the soap. I think I'm more mad at myself that I made that mistake again. And it's not that I think the soap is not pretty. I love the soap. And I actually think it is very neat having the lines go that way. I don't mind that. I'm not mad about that. Although, look at those swirls on the corner or this side. That would have been some really pretty swirls inside the soap. I think I'm just more mad at myself that I have made that mistake twice and I apparently haven't learned from it. I'm going to have to just figure it out because it's just making me mad that I've done that twice now. It's something, I think there's a disconnect in my brain. It's like daylight savings time. Don't even try to explain to me daylight savings. It doesn't work. It's been years and I still cannot figure it out. Don't even try. And I really like this size soap. This is, my normal soap is 2.5 inches wide. I don't know if you'll be able to tell that. I'll see if I can get that in the line. There's a 1/4 inch difference. So this is a 2.25. And it is a 1/4 inch deeper. So this is 1.25 and this is just 1. I really like this size. And I actually used to cut my soaps at 2.25, 1.25 depth. I used to always do that until I got my soap cutter and I didn't want to pay extra for the custom width. So, I mean, I used to have a size very similar to this and I really do like that. But this one's a little bit heavier than I remember my old soap sizes being. This one is running between 5.5 and 5.75 ounces. Whereas this one is running a little over 5, just a titch over 5 to 5.25 or so, 5.25. So there's about a 1/2 ounce difference at least in the two sizes. And I don't remember them being that big, but they may have been just a little bit shorter too when I was cutting soaps this size. I really like the size though. I really like the top, and you can see more of the top. I like that about it, and it just feels good in your hand. So I like that part a lot. It makes me think about it again, and it makes me kind of think, do I want to go back to that size? Because I really do like it. But guys, I just bought that soap cutter, you know, 2 years ago, and it's fine. And I'm not interested in paying more for another soap cutter. And so if I went to this soap, I'd have to almost put that aside and start hand cutting again. Not a big deal. It's not like I'm cutting hundreds of bars of soap a week. I just don't know that I want to do that just yet, but it does make me think about it. I mean, it's like I should have just spent the money and got what I wanted the first time, but I was trying to be frugal. So there we go. I really do like it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's really neat. I think the side-to-side image of the soaps, that side-to-side variation going up the soap, I really like that. It's not that I dislike that at all, but look at the pretty swirls I would have had. Look at those swirls. There would have been some pretty neat swirls, but I have lines instead. Again, I'm not mad at the soap. I'm not mad about, you know, I think it's cool looking, so I'm happy with all that. I'm just mad at myself for doing it again. And I have 20 samples. Oh. So at least 10 bars of soap I lost there. Anyway, I hope you had fun watching the video. I really enjoyed this soap a lot. It's been a while since I haven't had any uncolored or white soap. It's just full, chock full of color. It's fun. It smells amazing. It behaved very well. I hope you guys liked the video. I appreciate that you are here watching the videos with me. Comment below. I do appreciate all of those so much. And I hope to see you in the next one, guys. Bye.